Hi, everybody. This is Andrew. Thank you for tuning in. And I just want to talk about the immigration subject since this is something everybody else is talking about and it's making waves in mainstream news and so on and so forth. You know the deal. Now, the mainstream media is having a freaking fit or a meltdown, for lack of a better term, simply for the fact that Donald Trump supposedly use the words shithole, calling other countries, third world nations, shitholes. And I gotta tell you something. Me personally, now I haven't done a lot of traveling as far as going to another country, but I have been on cruise vacations and I've been out there. Not, I don't have a whole lot of experience being out there, but I've been out there. And I remember my first cruise vacation, I went to Haiti, right? I never got off the ship. Never got off the ship. Everybody else went and checked out the island. However, I stayed back simply for the fact that it is a shithole. I'm sorry. These other countries, third world nations, are shitholes. Another example I have is I've been to Jamaica for a brief stint, for a few hours essentially, and the only nice areas that are in that island is the beaches. Now, don't get me wrong, Jamaica's a beautiful country, and I would love to be there right now. And I would have loved to have been there about a week or so ago when we had that huge cold spell. However, I wouldn't want to live in Jamaica. Trust me. One of the things that they tell you when you go to Jamaica is make sure you don't give anybody anything. Because those people, I mean, if you're out there, particularly in the tourist areas, you're out there, people are going to steal from you. That's a fact. That's reality. You can't really go to places like that and just hang around by yourself. You have to make sure you're able to protect yourself. You have to make sure that you're able to protect the people that are around you when you're in those areas. Not so much the tourist areas, but when you're in areas just outside the tourist areas where the general population migrates to. Now, why do I bring all this up? Well, the reason why I bring all this up, and why a lot of other people are bringing this up, is the fact that the Democrats want to bring in third world people into this country, give them jobs, give them welfare, give them whatever the hell you want to give them, and at the same time screw the guy and screw the women that are already in this country. The reality in this country is because of the financial system that we live under, which is a Ponzi scheme, we can't even take care of our own. And I believe there is a statistic out there that does suggest that something like over 60% of kids in this country, excuse me, not 60%, I think it's like 60 million kids go to bed hungry in this country because their families can't afford to feed them because the financial system in this country is so bad, which I believe I mentioned that before. However, the reality of the situation is we can't keep taking in people, not vetting them, and just letting them come into this country and keep giving them welfare. We can't afford to keep doing that anymore. A lot of these Democrats want us to keep doing it simply for the fact that these people are going to vote Democrat. And a lot of these people do tend to come from heavily bureaucratic governments, heavily debt-laden governments, places like Zimbabwe and stuff. And then come from countries where there's warlords, come from countries where there's drug smuggling, money laundering. I mean, you name it. And I've also and not to mention as well is I've watched plenty of Stefan Molyneux's videos, and even Stefan brings out the fact that when you go to a different country and you see the culture, every culture is different. Every country is different. Every customs are different. When you go to Zimbabwe, Zimbabwe is going to be different than here in the United States. If you go to China, China is going to be a lot different than here in the United States. Here's the reality. People in other countries, particularly in the quote unquote shithole countries, don't have the education. They lack the ability to be able to assimilate, and they lack the ability of empathy, right? Why do you think in all these Western European countries or these Western nations, why do you think there's a rise in reported rapes in these countries? When you can take someone from Somalia, import them here into your country, and expect them to assimilate, and then all of a sudden everybody's surprised because, oh my God, the women in this country are getting raped by these people. Oh my God. Why are people so shocked about that? You know what I mean? You see what I'm saying? The criminality that's in other countries, not and this isn't including everybody. This isn't including everybody at all. There's certainly good people within those countries. I'm not knocking every single person from let's say Somalia or Jamaica or Haiti or whatever. But the reality is the culture is the way that it is. It's the country's a shithole for a reason. It's not just a shithole for the sake of being a shithole. And Donald Trump said something that everybody else is thinking, and he said something that needed to be said. So I'm sorry if that hurt anybody's feelings, but it is what it is. Take care, God bless, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.